Hi, everybody. I'm Carol Erickson, along with Value. This is Dr. Lori. Dr. Lori Verderame, PhD, art historian, knows everything, goes all over the world appraising things. Today, we want to talk about displaying your stuff.
A lot of people know me as the PhD antiques appraiser,
Yes.
but a lot of people don't know my background was in museums for the most part. As a museum exhibition designer and curator, you have to learn how to make stuff look good. So when you have a house full of stuff that came from grandma and your mother-in-law and Aunt Millie and stuff that you picked up on vacation, once it gets into the house, you want to distinguish it from clutter. Right? And you want to make it look good.
Right.
So there are a couple of tips in terms of art history of how we actually will design our homes. One of the big things is to keep like collections intact. Don't give away half of the wedding china to one daughter and the other half to another. Try to keep all of the collections intact. And when you display them, it's important to display them as a collection too, because it shows, of course, the fact that over many years you have maintained these particular items. So we use these nice Nantucket baskets. I grew up north in New England, so these are kind of like home to me, so they say something to me in my background. Having said that, these particular pieces are a good example of something called the law of thirds. We like threes. The three graces, the
three bears.
The three bears. I was going with the Holy Trinity, but forget it. The three bears, you know, whatever. Three is really important in terms of design. Our eye likes to look at three similar things. They don't have to be exactly alike. They could be different sizes, but similar objects usually work very well in threes. So you want to think about that. The other thing you want to think about is sometimes you just have to go with what's similar or like. So for example, these are not exactly the same pattern, but in fact they are ironstone pieces. They're 19th century style
And
ceramic.
you've done the three
and you've done the
things
three
here.
thing, and you
Okay.
have basically a model. So we don't turn it this way. We basically turn them in toward each other.
Bookend. Okay, real fast. This is wicker. Do you spray your wicker or not?
Okay, some people like to actually spray pieces of jade or jute or wicker, but basically what you want to remember is a couple of things. If you look at this, a very tight weave usually could use a little bit of moisture, a little bit of spray. But an open weave, can you see the little holes
I can
here?
see through it.
I would say there's probably enough humidity, moisture in your house that you don't need to do that.
Okay.
Don't be overzealous. It shouldn't get wet. It was wet when it was actually woven. It doesn't need to get wet over and over again.
Dr. Lori, thank you so much. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time.